Yeah, hi, Wagwan. Yes, shalom and salam alaikum. Now, I want to talk about Gay J. I want to talk about Anthony Joshua again. Now, I believe he will come out, of the closet as a Batimans. Now, obviously, everyone who knows anything about boxing knows that a gay, is a homosexual, and he's a bottom, He takes a woman's role. There are many rumors, and I've done some research about this as well. The gay J, doesn't have normal genitals. Yeah, he might be intersex or hermaphrodite. And just to be clear at this point, all the old demons, the devil gods, Moloch, Baal, Baphomet, they were all hermaphrodites. They had both male and female parts. Yeah, and gay J. Now, I did some research on Gay J on the old channel, and I found out that Gay J's mother, had a female child 5 months after Gay J was born. Yeah, I checked the archives and birth certificates. Now, obviously, this is impossible. It's impossible to have a living child and just date it for only 5 months after you've just given birth, right? And for it to live. And I can find not much record about this female sister, if you want, of Gay J. Or is it Gay J? What's going on? What's going on here? So, basically, listen, man, if you want to do the research, do the research. There's plenty of websites now where you can sign up and find out birth certificates, ancestries, this kind of thing. You'll find that a gay's mother, and don't get me wrong, she's got a unique name, especially for Watford. Maybe in the Yoruba region of Nigeria, it's not well known. I mean, it's a typical name, but not in Watford in the UK. All right. Yeah, it's the same woman gave birth to 2 children. Apparently a gay, and then 5 months after that, 2 female. Now, I don't have the subscription anymore, and it's on an old video. I'll see if I can find it. But this female was born, the sister, if you like, of a gay 5 months later. Now, she's never talked about, no one ever hears about her. Obviously not, because it's the same person, right? They just registered different birthdays, Just because someone's got a birth date and registration doesn't make it necessarily so, right, that it's trustworthy. There's so many ways to fake things. Come on, man. Especially, when you're dealing with and you're a part of the manufactured Illuminati classes. So, Gay J, and you know what? You remember that? You know what? He had this stripper, I think she's from Sheffield, and he met her, and apparently she's the mother of his kid. And what did he say? It's not mine. It's not mine. It's not mine. And they said, why is it not yours? It's impossible that it could be mine. And what does that mean? I mean, that can be taken a number of ways. Like, either it means he didn't sleep with her, right? Obviously, because he's a batty man. He's probably with AKA Skins at the time. Yeah. Or, he didn't sleep with her at the time. That's another way of taking it. I took it, he was adamant. But now he's accepted it. And allegedly there's DNA tests. I mean, what does this mean? I mean, DNA test just means you trust someone in the paper saying there was a DNA test. Have you seen the test? No, of course not. Yeah. Could it be his kid? Yes. Does that mean that he slept with her? I know. Maybe he busted a nut on AKA Skins. Who knows? Yeah. And they reaped like Boris Becker. Yeah. You remember he busted a nut. He's got this really ugly daughter from a alleged Russian model who's she's I don't know, half African. Yeah. And they got this hideous child, this allegedly a model. And, he was like, that just can't be possible, man. All I did was bust a nut in a cupboard. Yeah. So she must have got, Boris Becker sperm, put it in a pom-pom, made the child. Or at least that's one explanation. Right? So, a gay. So, I mean, firstly, obviously, as I said, it's a well-known. I mean, it's not even a rumor. It's a confirmed story in the boxing world. A gay is a batty man, and he's the bottom, and his boyfriend was AKA Skins. Yeah, they split up after A gay had to cheat on him, and he went to America and took part in some rituals. That's known, right? They tried to get back together, but Skins couldn't forgive him. So what happened? Well, A gay paid him off with some money. Now you gotta remember, this is AKA Skins, right? Yeah, he has never earned any money. They say he's an entrepreneur and a model and an actor. He's done a couple of whack films that no one's heard of. His acting earnings will be $1.5 grand at the most. Yeah, he's got these kind of weird parties where everyone looks like an actor. Yeah, I looked at the company's house accounts. They didn't make any money. They broke even. So where's all this money for AKA Skins' property coming? Well, it's because when he split up from A-Gay, he's like, look, A-Gay, I'm going to go to the papers and talk about your batty business. Right? And like, A-Gay's like, come on, man. All right. He spoke to his lawyers. They said, listen, give AKA Skins $5 million. Yeah, and make him sign an NDA. That's a non-disclosure agreement. So AKA Skins can't talk about topping A-Gay and smashing him in the back door, and using him as his sperm depository. You understand me? That's disgusting. I know. I don't like talking about this, but it's real and it's got to be talked about. So A-Gay, what's his name? AKA Skins suddenly got this great property company and allegedly buying properties left, right, and centre. Well, he's only made $1.5 grand from his whack acting jobs. Yeah. So where does money come from? You buy property in London. What can you buy for $1.5 grand? You're gonna buy a dustbin for that. Yeah. I mean, I'm being facetious here, but obviously he cannot buy a property. He got that from the payoff, and he had signed a non-disclosure agreement. Yeah. So he can't talk about. He can try and talk about, his sexual life with A-Gay, but they'll be taken to court for breaking the agreement, and he's not going to do that. He knows his bread is buttered on a certain side, and to get $5 million to put in the property company is pretty good stuff. So, I mean, obviously, you talk to anyone in boxing who knows, and say, of course Joshua's a batty man. Of course he is, Everyone knows that, But they wouldn't say it in public, because they realise that it's part of an agenda. It might ruin their own reputation. Why would they want to release that kind of stuff? No, that's right. There's no point going to the papers. If you're nobody, you won't be believed. You'll be threatened. You'll be offered not a lot of money. And the papers are all in the game. And they know we're not going to say that Joshua is a batting man yet. Because the timeline says that he will come out. But only at a certain time. So, hashtag GayJ2025 is my reckoning. It might be sooner. Because if he gets rinsed out, washed again by Usyk, which I don't even think is going to happen, man. They haven't even got, they haven't got location. It's like the Joe Joyce Parker fight. It gets announced, it's definite. They take pictures, nothing happens. Yeah? So, the A-Gay fight hasn't been announced. Maybe he's hanging out going, maybe I get a bigger payday if I were with Tyson Fury, who's allegedly retired, but Fury's in the mix, man. Fury's controlled now, right? But whatever happens, it'll probably be a real fight. A lot of people talk about fight fixing. I don't believe this happens very often. What they do is they just put all the cards in one guy's camp. They buy the ref, they buy the judges, They have the contractual clauses that benefits one guy, like, rehydration, weight clauses, and they've been training for like 2 months before they even decide who they're going to fight. And the other guy has a short camp. This kind of stuff they don't really need. I mean, like, it goes wrong occasionally, like Bivol, Or maybe they were trying to teach Canelo a lesson. He got too big for his boots. I don't know. Right? But A Gay, who everyone knows is the Batmans. And what they're doing is they want to say, right, okay, A Gay is a perfect human being. He's the most masculine man. I mean, can you imagine? I think it's stupid. He's the most masculine man in the world. Yeah, even though he completely swallows it against Mr. Blobby, Andy Ruiz, yeah, and Usyk, a middleweight, smashes him up. Yeah, and but he's happy to go and threaten up students, even if it's a setup. That might be a setup. But the story, the narrative is going to be the most macho heavyweight champion of the world, bodybuilder, yeah, is a Batman. So we should all be Batman. Why is the agenda pushing Batty business so much? Well, you guys are going to have to research yourself, number one. But it's mainly to do down with, break down the family values. And listen, man, when you talk about buggering people, all religions are against that, except one, Satanism. Yeah? Satanism also tied up with hermaphrodites. Huh? Can you see the link there, right? So, A Gay is going to be one of the, what's called a huge symbol of that kind of degeneracy. Like I say, just the baddest man in the world is a Batman's. Also, he's genderless. He's got both. He's intersex or whatever it is. Yeah. It sounds weird, but whenever you see him wearing men, you never see him in tight in tight pants or anything like that. There's never any evidence there's anything between his legs, because there probably isn't. Because he's a hermaphrodite. Understand me? Yeah, he's a freak. And that is what Baphomet, Moloch, Baal are. Okay? Now, you might say, yeah, you're tripping, man. Triple B, man. What the... You're talking nonsense. This is too crazy. Well, look around what's happening in the world. Look how crazy it is. Look at what they're pushing in the mainstream stuff. If any of you are like, have been an adult for more than 10 years, you would never imagine this stuff to be so crazy now. Yeah? I mean, there's articles in the Independent and the Guardian going, oh yeah, do you know what I mean? Just because you've got a penis, it doesn't mean you're not a woman. I mean, can you take that thing seriously? How could you, man? Well, and some of the idiots will, because they will get manipulated by the narrative, and they'll be like, oh yeah, whatever, because they're just robots. They're just like NPCs. They're non-playable characters. They will just take in what they're programmed. But hopefully you guys ain't like that. Huh? So what, AJ? So I believe it will come out. It'll have to be after a loss. And after a bit of time for retirement, just cool it down. He's not going to come out straight after the loss of gun Batman's. Yeah. So he'll lose to Usyk, and even after, if he loses to Usyk, if it happens, which I don't think it will, fight Tyson Fury, he'll bash him up. And he'll retire for a bit. He'll go on a couple of shows, and then suddenly there'll be that moment where Gay J admits that he's a Batman. Yeah. So what do I say? A Gay 2025. Maybe before then, to be honest. I'd say A Gay hashtag by 2025. And then we'll soon going to come out and say, there's nothing wrong with being smashed in the batty hole. Even though it's unhygienic, it's hurtful. Even though, the Batman life statistics are not great. Why are they pushing it? Because they have to destroy a natural order of things. Yeah? A natural order of things. And fulfill the sickness.